In Walmart's Huluville, time was ticking away. Only a few nights left till the big holiday. But last-minute gifters had no need to worry. Walmart Express Delivery got their gifts in a hurry. From Nintendo to Nespresso and Lego Flowers, they could check off their lists in as fast as an hour. All of Huluville, East, West, South, and North, could order gifts up until 5 p.m. on December 24th. So this holiday, just do as the Who's do. With gift delivery this fast, they all gasped. From Walmart, who knew? Subject to availability, terms and fees apply.
Hello, I'm Diane Morgan. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't, who cares? I'm here to explain Italian Time, a holiday phenomenon where Italians throw away their clocks and gather for eternity with San Pellegrino. I've been at this party so long that I've eaten 5 courses, hugged someone's grandma twice, and been offered a job in the family restaurant. So this holiday season, make sure to bring enough San Pellegrino to last you through the meal, the after meal, and the entire goodbye ritual. San Pellegrino, holiday on Italian Time.
I'm Jessica Valant. I'm a physical therapist, women's health expert, and Pilates teacher, and my goal is to help all women feel strong, safe, and secure in their bodies. In this podcast, I'll share expert advice, facts, amazing guests, stories, compassion, and hope to help you meet your body in all seasons of life. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Meet Your Body. We are doing one of our special connections episodes today. So these are the shorter episodes where we just chat. It's like we are on a walk together, having a coffee. What's on our mind? Let's just connect. And what's on my mind right now is how we react when things don't go as planned. And I feel like that is a universal theme that we could talk about anytime, all the time, because things never seem to go as planned. Or I shouldn't say that, but it is common for things not to go as planned. But right now it's really on my mind because we are late into December. It's just a couple days before Christmas. And I feel like this season, the holiday season specifically, we go into it with such expectations for the season itself, expectations of ourselves, expectations of others, a combination and a myriad of emotions that range from hope and joy to sadness and frustration. We will carry possibly past trauma with us or stories from our past. We might carry disappointment with us. But all of these things come with us into the holiday season. And then you look at society as a whole and how it starts to tell us at the beginning of November that we need to plan for this big, beautiful, amazing season. And if we don't do it right, or if it doesn't feel that way, we feel like a disappointment. And I shouldn't say I do. That's how I end up feeling sometimes. And so I've kind of had my head around this idea of things not necessarily going as planned this time of year. And when I look back, it has been this way for a couple years, for me particularly. So 2 years ago, at the beginning of December, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And that obviously took a big toll and had a big effect on how I handled the holiday season, how my entire family handled the holiday season that year. It was a month full of tests upon test upon test and doctor's appointments, and I ended up having a double mastectomy 2 weeks after Christmas. So that was 2 years ago. Last year, in the middle of December, I had revision surgery for my mastectomy. And so the past 2 years, the holiday season has kind of been just like a hurricane of things. And then this year, nothing to compare with that. But last week, and you'll know this if you follow me on social media at all, last week we lost power for 5 days up in our mountain town. And it was actually, there were millions of us around the Denver area and into the mountains that happened to. We have very, very dry conditions right now. We were under wildfire warnings, so my husband and I were taking all the precautions and doing all the things for wildfire preparation. And with that, they did a preemptive turning off of the power, which ended up being 5 days long, which just threw a big, wrench into everything that was happening. The kids lost their last few days of school and all the parties that they were going to have. We have kids at different schools, and so it was like one school was doing one protocol, another school was doing another protocol. we were, like I said, like our nervous system was just on major high alert as parents for 5 days on, again, wildfire. Are we prepped for that? Do we have all the backup things that we need, backup sources of power? And even though we had some of those in place, we needed backups to our backups because this was such a long time to lose power. So within all of that, when we finally got power back, like we are less than a week out from Christmas, and we looked at each other and said, what is happening? Like literally what is happening right now? I realized, have I done my ordering? Did we miss our window to do these things with the kids that they really wanted to do? I mean, again, nothing like the past 2 years of going through diagnoses, but it was just kind of another, life curveball that reminds me that things don't always go as planned. And so I absolutely know that if we were on that walk right now or having a coffee, you would be nodding your head in agreement, because I know that you know how this feels. Things don't always go as planned, and things don't always feel like we expect them to. Even if they seem to go as planned on paper, sometimes our feelings don't match that, and we just sit back and say, what is happening right now? Like, is this meeting my expectations and what I wanted from this season? Yes, it's going like I thought, but I'm not feeling like I thought I would. Or, oh my gosh, everything got thrown out the window because of all these curveballs that are coming my way. And so I just wanted to kind of give a few thoughts around that if you are sitting in that place, anywhere on that spectrum of, gosh, this just isn't quite going as I thought it would. This isn't quite going to plan. So if you're sitting in that, these are just some thoughts, about 5 thoughts I have around that might help support you. So the first is, let yourself be sad and grieve. You can let yourself sit in that. Like you can feel those feelings. And I think a lot of the time we don't let ourselves do that, either again from outside pressure, or sometimes it's inside pressure we put on ourselves to really only focus on the good, which we should. I absolutely believe that. Like I always come back to what I'm grateful for, always, and that helps me get through things so much better. So I highly recommend doing that. But within that, sometimes we can have so much pressure on ourselves to just find what we're grateful for that we actually don't sit in the emotion for even just 5 minutes to say, you know what? And also, like, yes, I'm so grateful. And also, it's okay to acknowledge that this isn't quite going the way I thought I would. Or, you know what? I'm a little disappointed that we missed this. And it's okay if it's something small. It might be something big. I mean, I know all about that. Like I said, being diagnosed with breast cancer a couple weeks before Christmas, 2 years ago, I absolutely know what it's like to sit in the big disappointment, like the really big one. And then also, I know what it's like to sit in the small disappointment last week that my 2nd grader missed his end of semester Christmas party. Will it be fine? Yeah, absolutely. 100% it's going to be fine. But sitting with him, like within that, even though we were in the chaos, my husband and I were in the chaos of, are we safe? Are we okay? Is our house safe? What do we need to do? Like we were in that place. But he is 8 years old, and he was in the place of, oh man, I really wanted to have my holiday party with my friends and with the treats at school today. So sitting with him for even just 3 minutes and acknowledging that, like getting to his level, looking him in the eye, you know what, buddy, that is a bummer. I am so sorry. I think the teachers are going to do everything they can next semester to let you have that party. And you know what? We're going to recreate it here at home in the next couple days. But I understand that that's a disappointment. Like that made it easier for him then to focus on what he was grateful for and what we still had. And it same goes for ourselves. Like you can do that to yourself. Get down on your own level. Look yourself in the eye. Have a heart-to-heart with yourself and say, you know what? Yeah, I am grateful for all these things. And also, I am bummed. Like I'm bummed this doesn't feel like I thought it would. I'm bummed. I'm sad. I'm grieving the loss of something. I'm mourning right now. So let yourself have that time. And like I said, it might just be a few minutes. It might be a couple days. It might feel like an umbrella of feeling over the season. I think all of that's okay. I think as long as you're honest about it and recognize it, that's the important piece. The next thing that's helped me is ask yourself what it is that you feel like you have lost and be really honest. Like, because sometimes we just say, this doesn't feel the way I thought it would. Or, things haven't gone to plan and I'm just frustrated about it. But be really honest. Like, look at it. What is it that you feel like you've lost that's hard for you or hurting you during the time? Is it traditions that you used to have that you don't have anymore? Is it a specific person that you really miss? Is it a feeling of hope or safety that maybe you used to have that you don't go into the season anymore with it? Is it the nostalgia, just that overarching nostalgia of being a kid at this time of year? Is it routine? Is it control? Ding, ding, that's me sometimes. Just the idea that I've lost control and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. I can't control it. That's a hard one for me. So is it that? Is it a specific religion? It might be that you grew up in a religious tradition that doesn't fit you anymore. So do you feel the loss of that? Is it certain people? What is it that you feel that you have lost? And just name it. I think that's important because sometimes we, again, get ourselves into this place of, I really miss that, or this really isn't going to plan for me, and this is why I'm frustrated about it. But then we don't look at, but what is it about that actually? Like sometimes for me, getting a little granular helps bring it to the surface, and I can then put a little bit of a different spin and mindset on it. Because then what you can do, the next tip is, how do you take that and how can you still have that feeling even if you are missing that thing? Meaning, if it's nostalgia from something when you were a kid, but you can't necessarily have that exact thing anymore, how can you create that feeling? Like, what was that feeling for you? Was it the music? Was it bright lights on the Christmas tree? Is it being with people you love, even if the people that you love have changed, which does happen, and I know that carries its own grief? But can you have that feeling of being with people who you love and who love you? Can you have that with different people now? Can you have it with a group of friends instead of with family that maybe doesn't offer that same feeling to you? So put that spin on it. Like, what is the feeling that I actually get from that thing that's not going as I thought it would? What's the feeling? And so when I put this around, like those 5 days we didn't have power, like I just needed to take the holiday out of it because I couldn't do all those traditions and I couldn't even wrap my head around it. But I could still be with my kids and my husband and have fun, right? Like, we love to play games, so that's what we did. We lit a ton of candles, we sat around a table, and we played games. And yeah, it felt like any other day. Like, it didn't feel specific to the holiday, but that was okay because just the feeling I wanted was just to be with them. Like, I just wanted a feeling of safety and feeling cozy with them. And candles and some cookies and playing games did that. So again, take that pressure off yourself to make it a certain way, but instead say, what's the feeling I'm after and how can I recreate that within this space that I'm in right now? And then check in, and are the feelings, so the next tip is, if you are feeling stressed about any of this, ask yourself, is it because it's something that you want? Or is it because of maybe expectations that you feel like other people have put on you? Meaning, if things feel like they're not going to plan right now, and that feels upsetting to you, is it actually something you really care about? Or is it something that you feel like other people really care about? Or are you trying to give people something like this perfect picture you have in your head when maybe other people don't expect that from you? And I think we do that a lot. Like, I know for myself, trying to make it, and I'm saying this in air quotes, trying to make it the perfect season for those around me. I have an idea of what I think they think that is. But if we really sit down and talk about it, they just want to be with me. Like, they just want to play games, like I just said. They don't need it to be perfect with all the perfect music and all the perfect decorations. It is okay if things don't go to plan sometimes. And it's important to recognize that maybe we put pressure on ourselves that no one around us is putting on ourselves, or maybe the opposite is true, that we let other people put pressure on us about things that aren't truly important to us. So just check in with that, like the stress or any kind of frustration you're feeling around things not going to plan. Is that real and for you? Or is it actually from outside sources that you can let go of, that it's okay if you release? And then the final piece might be the hardest, but it's let go of what you can't control. And we're just having a connection here because I can't tell you how to do that because I don't know how. It's possibly the hardest thing in life for me, letting go of what I can't control. Like it really is. The unknown is tough for me. And so I don't know exactly how to do it, but I know it has to be a daily practice for me, that when something is out of my control, like a diagnosis, all the way on the spectrum from a scary diagnosis and losing a loved one to a package just not coming on time, right? Or the cookies not turning out the way you wanted. It can be anywhere on that spectrum. But if something's out of your control, take a breath, take a moment, go for a walk, and try to let go of that one thing and realize you can still find the feeling you're after in other ways. It doesn't always look the way we think it's going to. It doesn't always look the way someone else's picture in their head does. It doesn't look the way our picture in our head does. And that can be okay. It can be okay. So those are my thoughts around what we do when things don't always go as planned. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I am wishing you all the joy this holiday season and every day. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for listening today. I would love it if you could take a moment to subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. It means a lot to us, and it helps our content get out to more women who need it. You can find more of my resources at my website, jessicavalant.com, or find me on YouTube at Jessica Valant and Instagram at Jessica S. Valant.